little review video tonight. 2 years on from one of my most popular videos. I originally did a review of these Thorogoods versus the Red Wing 875s. That video, as I say, was about 2 years ago. One of the most popular videos I've ever done, 140,000 views, loads of comments all the time, loads of different opinions. So I thought, why not do an update? Now, the original video, I guess, was somewhat limited. The Red Wings I'd had for probably 18 months, if not 2 years at that point. The Thorogoods I was just starting to wear. So that video was really focused on aesthetic differences and some assumptions about how they perform. And a lot of people said, well, how do you know? You've not worn them. So, update time. 2 years on, do I still think that the Thorogoods are better than the Red Wings? Would you think that? I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of different opinions out there about why people wear boots, which one's better for work, which one's better for fashion, should you wear work boots for fashion, is branding important? Lots of different opinions out there, and this is just my opinion. At the end of the video, you'll know which one I would pick if I had to pick one pair of these. You might make a different choice, but I'll tell you what I found out about these boots over the last couple of years. Okay, so as I say, originally I looked at the aesthetics. The Thorogoods are pretty loaded up on branding. You've got branding on the side there, you've got a tag, you've got a tongue sort of label there. Pretty sort of well branded. I kind of like that. Lots of other people don't find that important. It's become less important to me. It's all about performance. One of the main things that I talked about in the first video was how quickly the white Christie sole on the Red Wings wore. It did wear really quickly. And my belief was that the Thorogoods had a stiffer, stronger compound. And I do believe that to be true. So my initial sort of feelings were this was going to wear better, meaning the heels would go less quickly to one side, because that's just how I walk, and it sort of shortens the comfortable lifespan of the shoe. The Thorogood soles are tougher. Definitely a thumbs up for the Thorogoods there. What I have found out is that it's a slightly porous material, which means it stains a bit more readily, and also it takes on a little bit of moisture sometimes, so you can get that sort of slightly sort of stale sneaker smell. Not a big problem, but just an observation. So the Thorogoods white Christie sole is tougher, so definitely 1+ for the Thorogoods there. Red Wings, I had them resold in these Vibram lug soles, and that's kind of a plus for the Red Wings. The support network you get internationally, certainly in America, goes straight back to the factory in America, brought back to standard with the soles, new laces, all that sort of stuff. In Europe, there's a network of good quality cobblers out there, but you can pick up any sole you want on these, and you can do it all through the Red Wing store, and that's really nice to do. Thorogood don't offer that support, and I don't even know if they do factory resoles over in the US, but that's just an observation. So soles, yeah, sort of plus and minus for both of them really there. The next thing about my initial observations, my feelings about these boots were that the Thorogoods offered comfort much more readily than the Red Wings. The break-in on the Thorogoods was really barely worth talking about. They were comfortable from day one. The Red Wings, on the other hand, everyone talks about it. It is uncomfortable. They are a narrow shoe. The leather is super tough, which is a plus. But on break-in, they were hard work. So that's probably something to consider if you're using these for work. Do you want to spend weeks, possibly weeks at work with uncomfortable feet? Do you want to have to break them in at home before you take them to work? Or do you want immediate comfort? So the Thorogoods, absolutely beautiful break-in, very comfortable. Insole as well, so a padded footbed, dual density, held up really well. and again adds to the comfort. Red Wings, simple and robust, leather footbed, cork below that, nothing to go wrong, but it doesn't really offer that bounce. Also, in terms of comfort and immediate comfort, the Thorogoods have a cotton vamp, so the forefoot is lined in a sort of moisture wicking cotton. Again, good comfort, good for moisture wicking, but kind of another thing to go wrong. It's also sort of torn up a bit, so something which really shortens the life of the boots to a degree. But if you're about comfort, if you want immediate comfort, absolutely brilliant. The leather, as I say, part of the thing about the break-in is the leather, the toughness of it. Thorogood, super comfy, super pliable, kept the shape really quite nicely on the toe. On the heels though, the heel cup has started to degrade a little bit, and it's softened around the edges quite considerably. And that means it does pinch around the back here. So it's sort of deteriorating sort of after several years of fairly regular wear. That is actually becoming a little bit uncomfortable. The Red Wings, guess you could say, were they ever comfortable? They certainly weren't comfortable on break-in, but they did get there, absolutely. But the leather is absolutely bomb-proof. Very simple construction, leather-lined vamp, forefoot, and super tough leather. Toe held its shape. Don't forget these are also a couple of years older. They've been resoled. The heel cap, really tough, very good at holding its shape. So they are really, really holding up super well. So, everything else about these boots, top notch, good quality stitching all the way around on both of them. Double welt construction, Norwegian welt on the Thorogoods, which just basically gives a little lip to make sure that water doesn't splash up as readily to the bottom of the leatherwork there. Normally a nice sign of a sort of a well waterproofed boot. Simple welt on the Red Wings, but I've never had a problem with getting wet feet with these really. So, where does that bring us? I think it takes me to my conclusion really. The Thorogoods, if I was working and these were my tools for the job and I needed to work them hard and I needed them to support me, to give me comfort from day one, these, I think, are your true work boots. However, those little bits of comfort that they give you, the cotton vamp, the softer leather, to a degree the insole, they are the things which shorten the life of these boots. So the cotton vamp is tearing up a little bit, certainly where your toenails rub, so that's shortened the life of the boot. The heel cap is starting to soften on the edge, meaning that the all-day comfort isn't there and it's pinching on my heel. Your experience might differ, but it's pinching on my heel. Those things mean that I wouldn't necessarily reinvest in resoling these. But if they were my tool for the job, I'd just go out and buy another pair, I think. The Red Wings, on the other hand, are very, very simple and robust construction. I will be getting these resoled again. I'm that certain that they'll hold up to it because the leather is that tough. The Vibram lug is holding up pretty well, but I reckon probably in 12 months, another 12 months of regular and fairly heavy wear, that will need a resole. I might go back to the Christie wedge again because I do like a white sole, but I could choose basically any Red Wing sole construction. So from the leather and the half sole that you see on the Beckman, or the super sole, white Christie wedge, Vibram lug, any of their sole types they'll put on there, or one of their accredited or approved cobblers will. So I think for me, as I don't use them for work, I'd pick the Red Wings because they will last year on year. And actually, the 2 week or so breaking in period is actually got a nice return on it, because these are boots which will last you probably 3, 4, 5 years, maybe with one resole, maybe with two. But they are very, very tough boots, and I think very nice sort of example of heritage build. So these are built like the old school boots. They've got the cork midsole, it's all handcraftable, it's all recraftable, and I kind of like that. So that's my conclusion. Red Wings are what I'd pick, but lots of other people would choose differently. Might even choose a completely different brand. They are very different boots, all in all. So that's where we're at. The Red Wings will be brought back to life because they've been a little bit wet and dried out in the recent snowy weather, so they need a bit of love and attention. And if you follow my channel, I'll be doing that with the Chamberlain's Leather Milk kit. So expect a video coming up for that. I'll probably also do a follow-up with that on some leather furnishing and actually a leather work bag I've got. So a little bit of coverage on the Chamberlain's Leather Milk, and yeah, I kind of hope that's useful to you. Please feel free to comment below. I'm sure you won't agree with me. I'm sure lots of you will have different opinions, and I'd love to hear them. If you haven't seen my channel before, please check it out. Boots, love quality footwear, quality denim, everyday carry, fountain pens, pen knives, coffee, cycling, guitar. Basically, all my interests I like to share through my channel, so I'd love it if you subscribed. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and yeah, hope that's useful. Okay, thank you very much. Bye bye.